Hey, honey?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey everybody, I'm your board barista Fen, and this is Retro Reviews, a review show where we go through my copious amounts of gaming books, one book at a time, and in order to keep me on task, we have Laura.
Hey everybody. So to help with that task, I've got a list of questions here. So first question, what is tonight's book?
Okay, I gotta take a deep breath for this. Robotech II, the role-playing game, The Sentinels. Alright, I thought that was going to be a lot more actual. It just looks like a lot of words.
Okay. Do you want to give us a quick synopsis of it?
Okay, so a couple weeks ago we talked about Macross and Robotech. So Robotech setting is basically there's this huge mega spaceship that crash landed on Earth. Governments of the world, the UN, digs it up, refits it. They find out they got like little jet fighters that can transform into giant robots or go into like halfway forms. And then the aliens show up trying to capture the ship. And you got space aliens and the UN fighting. And in the Japanese anime was originally called Macross. When they import to the US, they changed it around and called it Robotech. They actually used like a bunch. The Sentinels actually wasn't even part of the Macross anime in Japan. It was one of these things that's like, the artwork's close enough together, we can just splice this in and make an extra season. They did that with Voltron. They did that with a lot of Japanese imported anime early in the day, where they'd just be like, hey, it all looks the same. Okay, we'll just call this like season 2. So.
Yeah, that's...
It was the 80s. But this was actually one of, like I said, Voltron was the first anime I actually watched and got into. Robotech, I wasn't on my television channels growing up, but I could find like VHS at the video store and stuff like that, so.
Okay.
It was cartoons with giant transforming robots, so I was like, woo!
Very exciting. So where did you get this book?
Volumes, and I've pieced it together that because this one actually is a whole role-playing book. You don't need any source book, core rule book to go with this. I'm kind of thinking that this might have actually been like the core rule book for whoever had this collection, and they just added on all these other features onto this.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense. So what did you like about this book?
So I had this idea in my head, and I couldn't remember what cartoon it was when I was a kid, about motorcycles that transformed into body armor. And when I found this book, you can clearly see that is a space robot and a dude who's wearing a motorcycle transformed into body armor fighting against him. And I was all like, oh, this is totally awesome! So I liked about this that it brought back some nostalgia for a cartoon I saw like once as a kid, and has been like a recurring, like, I want to do a role-playing game where everybody's got bikes that transforms into their armor like Iron Man. So I found it, and flipping through it, I'm like, oh, this is cool. It's got all these cool mech suits and gear and stuff in it. So and some different alien races to play as. So I was like, ooh, yeah, this is even just for an idea book to get some ideas for your own role-playing game that you want to kit bash something out of. Yeah, I like this. This really has like, it's aliens and transforming robots, and It's all the stuff I love about it. Like 80s sci-fi.
Yeah, nice. Is there something you didn't like about it?
This is the most disorganized role-playing book I have ever seen. The rules, you're gonna take some time to figure it all out because it's not instant able to like go and find everything like naturally intuitive, and it's a lot of, they just only use the font changes and maybe some art in order to break everything up. It's the 80s. They weren't using a lot of like the new software we have nowadays for people to do publishing and make books look really cool. But still, the artwork in here is really cool. And yeah, just give yourself some time, get some sticky notes to be able to go, okay, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, sticky notes, very helpful. So would you recommend this to another gamer?
I totally would. If you're a fan of the giant transforming robot genre and want to have some vehicles that your human character, your squishy little meat friends can hop into to be able to fight big giant transforming robots from outer space, I think this is definitely going to give you some ideas, and yeah, recommend.
Okay, cool. The last question you kind of already answered, but are you planning to keep this book?
Oh, I'm planning to keep this book. Even if I don't ever get to play a game with this, it's definitely going to inspire some stuff. And I just love flipping through the art. Like, I have 2 how to draw anime books that are just focused on transforming robots and mech suits and stuff like that. So
Cool.
just being able to like look at this style of artwork and really start being like, oh yeah, I got some ideas here, okay, for doing some of my own art. So
Cool. Okay, well, that's all my questions.
What was your favorite 80s transforming robot cartoon? Leave it in the comment section down below. Mine will be, and always has been, always will be, Voltron, Defender of the Universe. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for staying till the end of the episode. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook at Board Barista Productions. And if you want to support us, Patreon link at the bottom.